Look what I did. Oh my. Yes, I think I'm in trouble. It's that 4-letter word, work. WORK. I am in store for a day of work. The question is, what have I got myself into? Today I went to the farm stand. Can you tell? Good morning, friends. This is Laura with Potpourri of Life. I have a bonus Frugal Friday for you. Today I went into town because I had to get some things. We had to go to the mail. I went to another place. I've shared with people before about freesteading. And there's a girl I know, every now and then she posts things like yarn or fabric. And if it's something that I know I might use, I'll just say if nobody's needed it or reached out to you, I might be interested. So one of the things I did, and it was my last stop on our trip, was she had a few of these, pom-poms for hats. So I told her, I said, I would be happy to take those. Now, in saying that, the main goal of my excursion out today, and I had my husband go with me too. The other day when we were out, we were looking for a phone plan, actually to refill our services because we had used, I say had because we have now stopped, we were using Total Wireless, and we knew that Verizon took it over, but we thought we had one more month, and we got there and they weren't honoring the price that they had before. It was still a reasonable price compared to some plans, but we couldn't get the joint one where it was $60 for the two of us. And they had two $30 ones and they had $35 ones, and I just said, no, I'm not going to deal with this because I don't plan on staying with Total Wireless forever. So what I did was I've done some price sharing, and I will share that on a different video of what our decision was based on all the phone plans that we looked at. Now, we're very frugal people. We don't need big plans with videos and all that kind of stuff. Now, I would like to do some videos, but anyways, that's another video. So today, when I was up there the other day, I noticed that canning jars, these are pints regular lid. They were on sale for $6.50. It was a manager special. So I said, oh, and I didn't have time because David's work schedule is such that I couldn't take the time to get this when we were doing some quick stuff the other day. So I said, well, maybe I'll go home and I'll order it and do a pickup because I need him to go when I get canning jars. I need him to help me because of my back. So I asked him last night after he got home, I said, if we get up early enough, I said, do you mind going up to Walmart with me to get some canning jars? His response was, you need more? That's one thing that, I'm always looking for good deals on canning jars, and there's reasons. First of all, I'm canning more because when I get good deals on the apples, that preview I showed you, when I get good deals on that, the more I dehydrate, the more things that I make, I'm trying to keep things out of the freezer, the more jars you're going to need. But more importantly, jars break. And you don't know when that's going to happen. So I asked him, can we just run up there? That's the only thing that I need up there. And so they did. They had two pallets. Now I said that I was going to order online and do a pickup. On the pickup, it was, I believe, $13.97 or $12.97, regular price $16 or something like that. So when $6.50 came through, I'm like, you can't order it online. You have to go to the store. Now, I think what happened is the store manager saw that we just have too many of these. Let's get them out of here. So this is in the Concord, New Hampshire area that I got them for $6.50. I have seen these kind of deals in the past at other Walmarts, like when I've been up in Littleton and stuff like that. We would go in just for a quick something because we were up there because there's a farm stand that I go to, and I've seen good deals that way. And then, but like I said, we use jars for anything. Now I use jars for just about everything. I don't do a lot of big bulk canning in these, like I don't do my herbs in this, but these small ones, now that it's just my husband and I, these are perfect sizes for me to put soups in, stews, chili, that kind of stuff, because we don't have to use too much. Now, when I go to do my apples later, I will be putting some in this because I can make applesauce. I'll be making some pie filling. Now, more than likely, if I have some quarts left, I will use those because it takes about maybe 1.5 quarts to make an apple pie from canned apples that I make. Now, so we went up there, they were still $6.50, and I'm all excited because he's coming in, he's behind me now. With my bad back and pain that I have, I was strutting along because I'm thinking, I hope. It's when, that rhythm of, I think I can. I was there. I was off to see if they had the jars. They still had a pallet and a half. They had. No, I got enough for me. I did not take them all. But $6.50 is a great deal. It's better than what you pay at yard sales here in New Hampshire. So I was very excited, and he thought, Laura, I said, don't ask. So I got a couple cases, and they will get used. Now, while I was there, of course, they have their Christmas things out. And the one thing that I didn't need, but I did pick up, and this is not frugal. This is just, it made me smile. This is a rolling pin. I don't have a rolling pin that has this kind of, I don't know what it's called. It has like a rubber thing on it. And I'm just like, I told him, I said, I just want to try it. He goes, whatever. He goes, you do know you have 3 other rolling pins. I said, I do. But this, I don't have one like this. There's no rationale. Did I need that? No, that's not frugal. That's not frugal, so that's not part of today. It's just something that while I was there, I didn't have to go back or have any regrets. So we got my canning jars. That's the first thing that we did. The one reason that I'm sharing this too is when we go out, we make one trip. And we kind of like map it out as to where we're going. So we needed to go to Walmart, and I'm not a fan of Walmart. And now that we're not going to be getting the phone plan through them, we probably won't go very much. And I won't see those deals. And the only reason we went there was because of my phone plan. That's not to say there are not good deals, because Walmart is the best place for canning jars when you need them. But we just don't like going in there because then we say, oh, we need this, oh, we need that, and it can end up being more than you really planned for. So this is going to be a cost savings by changing our phone plan. The other thing that I did, as the video shared, is I went up to the farm stand because I wanted to get some more apples because I am processing them. Now, my hands generally cramp up. I cannot do apples very much. The other day I pulled out, and I never used it because I couldn't get it figured out as to how to work it. I have an apple peeler corer. Now I think this one is one that I got when I bought some jars from a friend whose friend's wife passed. And so they were giving them to me at a reasonable price. It was during the world collapse, so it was definitely still overpriced, but it was a fair price compared to what the stores were selling them for. And so this was part of that package. So I was kind of excited, but I didn't know how to, I didn't know how to use this because I have another one that clamps to my table, and I don't like that. So that was the reason I never really got into it. This one just has a suction, and you just kind of push it back and suck it down, and I couldn't get it at first. David had to come and show me how to do it. I'm not stupid, it's just, I think my counter was wet, and then he dried it up. I think that's the key, make sure my counter is not wet. So, but I was using that the other day when I was making the dehydrated apples. And I really liked it because it went really fast. It went really fast, and it just, my hands did not cramp up. I did not have to peel them. I could put the peels in the compost. I could make apple cider vinegar. The cores I threw into a jar to make apple cider vinegar, which I have processing right now. And, you know, I just start doing that because I use the apple cider vinegar for different things. I use it for cleaning. You can put it in a hair rinse. You can use it for different things, for cooking and everything else. So I have my apple cider vinegar. Now, this is not the same kind, the ones that I generally buy, the Bragg's, but it's still something that I can make at home from the scraps, and you can make vinegars from all kinds of scraps that you have. So I'm just doing that because I'm not going to let my apples go to waste. While I was up at the apple farm, I did buy another half bushel for $20 because they taste good. Yet the reason I purchase, and I've done this for years, I buy the seconds, and they call them animal feed, but what they are the drops because they can't sell them as the firsts. So I always get them because they taste just as good. I took one out today and I peeled it up, brought some out to the chickens because I made them their dinner with eggs and onions and all that. And those of you who think chickens should have onions, my chickens love onions. And but anyways, so I cut one up for them and I had a quarter piece. These taste just as good, and I've always done this, but as you saw, I have 4 bags of it. That means I'm going to have a very busy day today. So I went up there, and we did not expect to find half bushels for $5. So I spent $20 for a half bushel just for eating for David and I, and me making them up another pie and stuff like that. But these will be used for preserving. I'll make apple pie filling. I will make, I'll dehydrate a bunch, which I can also put in the chicken feed, or for snacks and stuff. So we went to Walmart. We went there. We went to the post office because I had to get some things. We had to pick up some stuff. Half of it was junk and others were. And then I went over to my friend's house who is on FreeCycle with me. And anytime we have stuff, we put it up there. We meet each other from when she has something she's getting rid of. We might see if I have something I'm getting rid of. We might have that, and that is something. If you haven't looked up FreeCycle, consider doing that because today the updated one, it works really, really well. I have only met really nice people. Sometimes we put our extra things out by the side of the road. We post it there, and people by the end of the day will have stuff picked up. The last time we put vacuums out, and because we had one and that I used for 2 years, and then the other ones we just weren't using, so I put them out there in working condition, and they went before I could post it. So we're trying to do more of that, to just give back things that really we don't want to have on hand. So anyways, I rambled. So I went over to her house and we came home, and now I have a busy day. The reason I'm sharing this is because, first of all, consider going to your farm stands and seeing if they have anything like what they did here. They reduced the price and they had them out in a big crate. So this is why I take David with me when I go to the farm stand, because I can't lift these. I picked one up. I didn't pick it up. I said, just put it in my arms. I had my posture right. And by the time I got to the car, I said to him, I said, I'm losing it, because it was too heavy for me. I know better, but it's just one of those things. He was putting another one in, but he took 2. Shame on him. But what we tried to do, and he knows that I try to do this to save money. So even though I spent $40 for apples, one $20 purchase was for this half bushel, which like I said, we'll use for it. But the others, I'm gonna work all day trying to dehydrate, make some applesauce, and do some other stuff. And I'm really excited about this. But I want you to be excited about when you're going out and about. Think about things that you might be able to find as a deal. Even if you can't use it, but you get a great deal, you can always donate to food pantries or somebody else who might use that. Another thing, I told David, I said, you should consider going back and getting me another case. Because what a great Christmas gift for somebody who cans. We all might like to give gifts. I'm a practical gift giver. And I've always asked my kids, well, what do you want for Christmas? And yeah, I've bought them things that were on their list, but sometimes I just like giving them practical gifts. And that's what I prefer, because then I know they'll use it. And, one year I had a great deal on memory foam pillows. I got it in August. That's when I was able to get the best deal. And so that year I didn't ask them what they wanted. I just gave them all memory foam pillows. A few years passed and I said, I need to replace those, because that's what you do, is you replace your pillows. They were all calling me. I'd already purchased them. They're already wrapped, and they were calling me, do you think you could get me? They all got new ones that year too. Because when you watch your prices and know when they happen, This is why I buy Christmas ahead of time. This year we're not buying Christmas, we're doing something different. But if you are one who's looking for something special for somebody who does preserve food, and you don't know what to get them or you want to do something nice for them, if your Walmart has these for $6.50, that's a great deal. And it's not an expensive gift if you have the $6.50. Trust me, I know what it's like to not have $6.50. But if you do have it, it's a great deal. It's a great gift because the person you give it to will truly appreciate the thought. Now, in Concord, like I said, they have a whole crate left. But in doing all this, we saved gas because I didn't have to go back out multiple times. This is what I do. I can tell you from the time I leave the house to the time and I can kind of predict how long we're going to be gone. I knew we would be back by 10:30. We were back by 10:25 because I know how long it takes me to get to the Walmart, then to the post office, then to the farm stand, and then over to my friend's house, and then home. I knew exactly what the time frames were. So when I asked him to help me, he was kind of like in his mind thinking, will I get home in time to get to work? And I said, yes, you will. So we just didn't. Now, I didn't have time to chit-chat with anybody, and sometimes that happens, and you don't want to be rude. I ran into that the other day when I ran into a neighbor at the grocery store, and she was the one who babysat our kids for a long time. Love her to pieces. She's a neighbor. And I said, hey, Shirley. And she almost started talking because she can talk just like I can. And I said, I can't talk right now. He's got to go to work. So I'm very attentive to his needs because we still have to make him his lunch, that kind of stuff. So it was really kind of neat to be able to kind of let go through. And I'm learning as I get older, it is okay to tell somebody, I'm really sorry, I don't want to be rude, but I do have to get home because of this or that. That's another thing about being frugal, is being attentive to your time. That does not mean that if you're out and about kind of relaxing and you meet up with somebody and you want to chit-chat, that doesn't mean to be rude and say, I'm out of here. It just means that it's okay to take time to chit-chat with them. I think it's very healthy for us to relate with our neighbors and stuff. So with all that being said, I just want to say I hope you have a great day. I hope you're out there finding some deals because I think it's really important. Go to your farm stands right now. Some of them are, if they have drops or if they have other food that's starting to go bad, they might have some bins that you can just go ahead and get for a lot less money. I was so thrilled about these apples. I didn't expect it. It was just there, and it's like, they weren't there the other day. They did not have pumpkins. Disappointed. But that doesn't mean the other farm stand won't. And do I really need it? I was basically going to get a pumpkin to give to the chickens. So that's the only reason, because the two I have, I'm cooking for us. But so if you see deals, share them with other people. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm posting today, because your Walmart might have jars, because I don't know, maybe they were hiding these jars for months and now they're starting to bring them out because they've been overpricing. You can get these canning jars for a lot more at other places than you can at Walmart. That's why I go to Walmart for my jars, because it's the least costly place for me to get my jars. You can sometimes get them at a good price at Dollar General. I have been known, somebody will say, Laura, did you know Dollar General has them? I don't go to Dollar General. And, but when they say that, I might go up, and I did get some jars there maybe 2 years ago. But I think it's really important as a community, especially those of us who are doing YouTube sharing, to share with others what to look for if we are ones who are very frugal minded, because there's a lot of us that are struggling. So I'm not saying to just make one trip up to Walmart. Make a list. If you need things there, or if you need to go to the grocery store, which is next to your Walmart or something, make a list and plan it. I'm not saying your Walmart will have these for $6.50. I'm not saying if you call the manager whether they'll tell you that or not. I do know when I saw these the other day, 2 days ago, I'm like, I have to come back, because I know that when it gets further down, this price will go right back up. They're just trying to clean out their inventory. And like I said, the prices in the store will be cheaper most often than when you order online. So I have a busy day ahead of me. I still have some mending to do. And with that, I hope that you have a great day. And folks, if you have not subscribed yet, I ask that you might consider that. And the other thing is, if you don't want to keep getting notifications, don't hit the bell. But if you do want to, make sure you hit the bell so you get the notifications all the time. And make sure you hit the like button, make a comment. That'll help my algorithms. So I'm getting to the point where it's like, if I'm not going to have enough followers, this is wasting my time. I want to be aware of my time. So if this is not helping enough people, then I need to shut down my YouTube channel. And that's the direction I am thinking about going. So if you are one that likes my channel, share it with others. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And make sure you comment, all those kind of things, because those are the things that make us roll. So folks, I hope you have a great day, and may God bless you. Enjoy the weekend. It's supposed to be a great weekend.